وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن استنى بسنته إلى يوم الدين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers. First, I apologize for yesterday because actually I had to work from my office at night, some jobs, so I slept a bit later, so I couldn't come up yesterday. Inshallah, from next week we'll do this every Saturday and Sunday, inshallah. So, Arabic of the Quran, we know that what we are going to do here. We're going to learn something from the Quran, the language of the Quran that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put together in the Quran. And in this way, our intention is to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and learn the Arabic, the language of the Quran. Not learn the Arabic language, but rather than the Arabic of the Quran. And eventually, inshallah ta'ala, we'll be able to understand, what the Imam recites, and it will be easy for us, all of us to understand the Quran the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put it through. So let's quickly do a review of our lesson 1. In lesson 1, we said there are 3 kinds of words in Arabic: ism, fi'l, and harf. Okay? I need some examples from the brothers. So give me some example of ism. What can be ism in English?
Noun.
Yeah, but I need examples like laptop. Okay, like Abdullah is an example. Makkah is an example. Sydney is an example. How about if I say I ate slowly? Slowly is an ism or a fi'l or a harf? Ism, because even adverb and adjective also, like that we know as in English, this also comes in ism. The fi'l is like a verb, which is very similar to verb, something stuck in the past, present, and future. And fi'l is like any action, like I ate, I ran, I slept, all these things are fi'l. And harf is some word that doesn't make any sense by itself unless a word comes after it, like in, at, which is similar to preposition, you can say, on, something like this. So these were the 3 kinds of words we learned. Then we said ism, that's the first thing we're going to talk about, okay? And ism has 4 properties: status, number, gender, and type. So each ism, like a car, has 4 wheels. So anytime you see a ism, that we give some examples, it should have 4 properties. Status, number, gender, and type. And we said we're going to talk about status, and as we learn the status, we'll have something from number and gender, then we'll go a little bit deeper in number and gender. But when you're going to learn status, you will know something about number and gender also at the same time. And then we say the 3 status of an ism. So status that we are learning now, it has 3 status. Rafa is something called doer in a sentence. Nasab is details, and jar is afterward. So example, like I can say that I ate an ice cream yesterday. So I am doing the job. So I is the Rafa, is the doer, and also the ice cream. What did I eat? I eat an ice cream. Okay, so that is the details of the nasab, and we can say the ice cream of McDonald's. Ice cream of McDonald's. So anything after comes after the of is the jar. So these are the simple examples we talked about. We'll know more about it inshallah ta'ala today. So today's lesson, the time factor between ism and fi'l. What does it mean? So in Arabic language, especially in the Quran, when you find a ism, like the ism indicates something that is permanent. Like if my name is Muhammad, 15 years ago it was Muhammad, and inshallah ta'ala 15 years later it will be Muhammad. Even if I die, if people remember me, it will be Muhammad. So name, most of the time, ism indicates a permanent thing. Okay? So any kind of ism, most of the time it indicates a permanent thing. On the other hand, fi'l, action is like temporary. So, and it depends on the time. As I said, the definition of fi'l is what is stuck in the past, present, or future. So like if I say, I slept last night, okay? So it happened last night, it's not happening anymore. I'm not sleeping now, right? If I say, I am giving a talk right now. So giving a talk, giving is something that's happening right now. We don't know it's going to happen how long, maybe 10 minutes, after 10 minutes it will be finished. So, fi'l is kind of time dependent, okay? Ism indicates a timeless factor. And this concept you should remember, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran, a lot of time, He could use a verb or a fi'l, you can say, but He used an ism to show that it is permanent and it is continuous. So that's why it is important to understand that. One example from the Quran, the first word of the Quran, Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, as you all know, it means what? the praise and gratitude of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So is it a ism, fail or harf? It's a ism. What kind of ism? Is it a noun, is it a name or a name of a place? Is it an adjective, is it an adverb, is it an idea? What kind of ism is that if I ask you?
Idea or adjective?
Yeah, idea, not adjective, idea, because the praise of Allah, you can say the praise and gratitude of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, okay? Now, alhamdu is here is a ism, so it means continuity, and it means it is permanent, meaning even if we do not exist, alhamdulillah, Allah, all the praise belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, okay? Even when you are not here, it is all praise belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah didn't say to praise me, or Allah didn't say, okay, you should all praise me, or give me, Allah is worthy of all praise. Not like this. He said, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. All praise belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Alhamdulillah here, you can see in the Quran the hamd comes as a fail also. We'll see some other places in the Quran, it comes as a fail. But here in Fatiha, Allah used it as permanent thing. So this is just an example of the time factor of the ism and fail. So basically ism indicates the permanency of a thing, and fail is not permanent, something temporary. It depends on the time, either in the past or present or in future. Okay. The next thing. Now, this is the most important part of this lesson today, the word order and position in Arabic sentence. What does it mean? See, in English, when I say that, I am, or like I say, I ate, the same example I give, I ate an ice cream, okay? Or I can say, I helped brother, Abdullah, okay? So if I say, if I turn the words around, if I say helped I Abdullah, does it make sense? In English, it doesn't make sense. You have to have the proper order. If you bring Abdullah before, then we have to add some extra thing. We call like, active and passive, like, brother Abdullah was helped by me. But the sentence changes. We bring a word called by, and we put a was, and we change the thing, okay? So in English, and in most of other language, you have to maintain the order. The doer, usually the doer comes first, okay? The people who are doing the job, the word that's doing the job, okay? We went to masjid, okay? We can't say like, masjid went we. We can't just put our words as we want. We have to maintain a rule. But in Arabic, the order of the position does not matter, okay? The order of the position of the word, whether it's coming in the beginning or the front, it does not matter. I'll give you two examples, same types, so you'll understand the matter. So this is a sentence, the teachers help the students. The teachers help the students. So it says the al-mudarrisuna, okay, you don't have to write it down, I can email it to you. Al-mudarrisuna means teachers, the teachers. Sa'ada in the middle means helped. At-tullaba means the students. So this is like English, right? So the teachers help the students. Okay, everybody understand? Same thing I can write in Arabic like this. I bring the Sa'ada before. Sa'ada al-mudarrisuna at-tullaba. Same meaning. Same meaning. These teachers help the students. I can also write like this. At-tullaba, Sa'ada al-mudarrisuna. Still, same thing. The teachers help the students. Okay? Now, the other sentence, if you flip it now, the students help the teachers. The students help the teachers. So it will be Sa'ada al-mudarrisina at-tullabu, or I can write Sa'ada at-tullabu mudarrisuna. I can say mudarrisina as-sa'ada at-tullabu. So how are you going to know who helped who? If we change order like this, you don't know, because suppose you know the Arabic of teachers, it's mudarrisuna. So you're going to say, okay, where is mudarrisuna? Is it in the beginning? Is it in the middle or is it in the end? So there must be a way to know who is doing the job, who is helping whom. Okay? Same thing here. Like, is it students at the beginning or the middle or the end? How do I know? So there is a way to know, to find the doer. Find the doer and also the details, okay? And that is the lesson of today. So how do you find, if you look at a word, you look at an ism, and how do you know, is it a rafa? Is it the doing something in the sentence? Or it is the details? Or is it a jar? Meaning, is it after the off? So you need to find a way, otherwise you will be stuck. You know, someone will write that one, someone will write that one, someone will write that one. How are you going to know that? Okay? So let's know that trick. Let's know that rule, how to find that one. If you look at this sentence, if you see here, al-mudarrisuna is always ending with the same sound una. Okay? Al-mudarrisuna. Everywhere you see the word is una. See, why do I say una as a wa and nu? So it's like una. Or it could be u also. So any ism that finishes with a u or una, it's a rafa. It's a rafa, means it is a doer. And anything that finishes with a or an, like tullaba. See the students tullaba, wherever it is, but the last letter ba has a fatha in it. Everybody understanding? It is the ba. So I will show you a chart, so it will be easy for you to memorize and remember. But to understand that, so wherever the words is going, the ending is still the same. The ending is still the same. And there is two ways to find the ending. Okay? Either it's the ending sound, we will see the chart very soon, or it is with the ending combination. Like is it a una, or is it a ani or aini or ina, something like this. Here also same thing. Look, the tullabu is the doer here. The students are the doer. So that's why the tullabu, okay? The ba has a fatha. Here also the ba has a dhamma. Sorry, ba has a dhamma, and here also ba has a dhamma. So tullabu. And this is why the students are the doer. Okay? And mudarrisina, it's not una anymore, it's ina. Okay? So in the English sentence, if I say the students help who? The answer is the teachers. So teacher is the detail, so it is the nasab. So this is how we know what is the rafa and what is the nasab and what is the jar. So now I'm going to show you a chart. This chart is very, 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 very important to memorize, okay, and to remember if we want to go forward to the next lesson. Okay, this chart is one of the fundamental things to learn the status of ism and other things also. Even it will come handy when you learn fail the actions. So the chart looks like this. This chart is called the Muslim chart. Okay, look at the chart and try to understand. There are 3 columns, one with the titles. So this is the masculine chart. Muslim, the word Muslim is a masculine word, okay? Muslim is a masculine word. It means the believer or a Muslim, as you all know that. So when it is rafa and it is singular, it will be Muslimun. If it is nasab, it will be Musliman. If it is jar, it will be Muslimin. Okay? The singular column, Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin. If it is an, it's the doer. So wherever you see Musliman in a word, you definitely know it is one Muslim, is a singular thing. One Muslim is doing the job, he is the doer. If it is Musliman, then it is the detail. So someone is doing something to the Muslim. If I say I helped a Muslim, which one of these will be the Arabic of that Muslim word? Is it going to be Muslimun, Musliman, or Muslimin? The middle one, right? If I say, I live in the house of a Muslim, house of a Muslim. Muslimin, why? Yeah. It is the jar, it is coming after the of. Brothers, you getting it? Anybody has any questions so far? No? So, because of the ending sound, it's changing the thing. That's why when you now it will make more sense. When you read Quran, you will see some examples of them and why it is so important. I'll show you an example, 2 examples from the Quran. So again, Muslimun. If I say a Muslim is walking, so it will be the Arabic word for them will be Muslimun. And we took the word Muslim as an example. It could be any word. Okay, it could be any word. Okay, there are words, lots of words in Arabic like Salihun, Amilun, lot of things, Kitabun, all these things you can put it, but this is the formula. You can say this is the formula, okay? And this is the formula of the thing. Now, when it's dual, as you all know, in Arabic, there are 3 types of number. In English, if it is 1, it is singular. If it is more than 1, it is plural. If I have 1 laptop, If I say I have 2 laptops with an S, right? But in Arabic there are 3 types of number. 3 types of number in Arabic: singular, pair or dual. You can say pair or dual, and more than 2 is plural. Okay? So in Arabic is 2. Now, if I say 2 Muslim, it will be Muslimani. Okay? And the nasab and jar of that dual is Muslimaini, Muslimaini. Both are same. Okay? So if I say 2 Muslims went to masjid, or 2 Muslims helped Brother Shabir. So 2 Muslim is did the job. We can't say Muslimun anymore. We have to say Muslimani, because it's 2 Muslims. Okay? If I say I donated for 2 Muslim men. So who did I donate it for? 2 Muslim men. So what is the status of it? Is it a rafa? Is it a nasab or a jar? No, I helped. This is a detail. You're asking, who did you help? 2 Muslim men. So 2 Muslim men will be Muslimaini. But the same thing, if I say I lived in the house of 2 Muslim, that is also same Muslimaini. But then you can ask me, so how do we differentiate between rafa and nasab and jar? Because nasab is also Muslimaini, jar is also Muslimaini. How are we going to differentiate? If I give you an Arabic sentence and if I say, brother, is it a jar or is it nasab? You will say, brother, you didn't teach us, because it's both the same. I don't know. So for the time being, it's both the same. Your answer should be, it could be nasab, it could be jar. Later on, we will see how to differentiate between these 2, because these 2 are exactly the same. So if I ask you in exercise now that if it is Muslimaini, is it a rafa, nasab or jar? Your answer should be, it could be it could be nasab or jar. Your answer should be, it could be nasab or jar. Okay? When it comes to plural, more than 2 people, is Muslimuna. See the sound? Una. And then here Muslimina and Muslimina. So these 2 again is the same. But here the trick is that it's a combination. Is here also combination. See, it's a alif and nun. Ani, aini, aini. Okay? Like if it's a Muslim, if it's a kitab, you can say kitabaini. Okay? The 2 books. Or here it's a una. So if again it's a Muslim, if it's a solihun, if it's a solihuna, mu'minuna, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, qad aflahal mu'minuna. If you read the first ayah of Surah Al-Mu'minun, Allah said, qad aflahul mu'minuna. So over there, this is the doer. What is qad aflahul mu'minuna means? The mu'min has attained the success. They have attained the success. So they are the doer of the sentence. So that's why we say they are una. So, and this is ina and ina. So this chart, as I said, is very, very important. Okay. I don't have a printout for this one, but I can email you this one. Okay. So please send me your email address to me. Everybody, I think, should have my phone number. If you don't have my phone number, you can Google Quaker Hill Masjid and you will find my number there. So just SMS me your email address. I will email you the chart. Okay. Or maybe next Sunday or next Saturday, I will bring a print copy also if you don't have chance, inshallah ta'ala. So this is very, very important. So how are you going to remember this? You remember in the first column, I have rafa, nasab and jar. And we know what is rafa means. Rafa means is the doer. Nasab means it is the detail. And jar means something after the off. Then I have to remember in your eyes that I have 3 columns. Singular, pair or dual, and plural. So Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin. Muslimaini, 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 Muslimuna, Muslimina, Muslimina. So anything that comes with an, an, and in is the singular. Or sometimes it could be like this. Instead of Muslimun, it could be Muslimu. The last one is Muslimu. It's not not double fatha, not double dhamma, not double kasra. It could have one also. So it could be Muslimu, or Muslima, or Muslimi. Or it could be Muslimun, Muslima, or so either double or fatha, but they are both singular columns. So this column, the first column, okay? This one and this one, they are the ending combination, like ina, okay, first one is ani and aini. See, ani, This has alif, ani, aini, aini, una, ina, ina. Una, ina, ina. Okay? Everybody clear so far? Any question, please raise your hand, brother. I'll ask you, try to answer this. So what I said is already written here. So these are the things that you must memorize this chapter. So, next class I will ask you, like, what is the, nasab of dual of a Muslim? You should say Muslimina. See? Muslimina. Okay? So this is simple chart. Only 3 columns, and those 2 words are the same thing. Muslimina, Muslim, Muslimaini, Muslimaini, Muslimina, Muslimina. Yes, it is a bit confusing. What is an, un, in, ina, una? But if you concentrate, it will be easy to remember. If you concentrate 2-3 times, it will be easy to remember. Now, as I said, this is the masculine chart. Obviously, the Arabic is feminine also. Okay. Now, one thing you must remember, and this is important. In Arabic, when you say Muslimuna, meaning a group of Muslim, okay, so it means actually Muslim men and women. So in Arabic, the language, when you call something as a male, as a group, it includes men and female. So suppose in this gathering, all Muslimuna sitting here, all the people are Muslim, and some sisters are sitting there. So if I call them with something, all the Muslim here are writing something. So I will tell them, Muslimuna, like the first one, and it includes man and female. But if I want to say only about sister, there's a class of sisters only, then I have to tell them something else. So in Arabic, when you say something in a group, it includes man and female. If you have to separate female at all, they have a different word for this. Okay? So now we're going to look at the feminine chart, which is very similar to this one. There is an extra ta marbuta, meaning there's a ta at the end, and we'll look at it right now, inshallah ta'ala. This is the ending combination and ending sound. So if you email me, if you SMS me your email address, I will email this to you. And inshallah ta'ala, next class I will have a printout for this also, okay? So you can have this next class also. This is the Muslim chart as a feminine chart. Same thing, but little bit of difference and little bit of you need more carefulness. The first one is very similar. Muslimatun. See, there's an extra ta. In Arabic, most of the feminine word, almost you can say 97% or 98% feminine word, finish with a ta marbuta. Like we call Fatima, actually it's Fatimatu, Aishatu, Aminatu. Okay, they have ta marbuta at the end. Any feminine word, and this is the way to know a feminine word. Okay, well, inshallah, when, as I said, we're learning a little bit about gender now, but we'll have more gender when you go into the gender section, inshallah ta'ala. But as a general rule, any word that has a ta marbuta, there's 2 types of ta in Arabic. This is one type of ta, this is called ta marbuta, the small round thing with the 2 dots, and also normal ta, alif ba ta, right? So the ta marbuta one, if you see this ta marbuta, that word is mostly a feminine word, okay? So that's why we say Muslimatun, just like we said Muslimun, same thing, Muslimatan, Muslimatin, same thing, Rafa, Nasab and Jar, okay? So if I say, I bought some clothes for 2 sisters, 2 Muslim sisters. Which one of the, maybe 1 Muslim sister for the time, it will be in the singular. So I bought some clothes for a sister. So which one would be used? Should I use Muslimatun, Muslimatan or Muslimatin? Which one I should use?
1 or 2.
1.
Muslimatun.
Muslimatun? Why Muslimatun?
No, sir. Muslim. Because it's 1.
Yeah, 1, but which one? Should I use the first one, middle one, or the third one?
Is the third?
No.
No, sir, second.
Second one. Why? Because who did you buy the clothes for? So the answer is, you get the details. The answer, when you ask the question of the verb, that I did buy something. Buy something for who? Okay, the answer is for the sister. So in that case, it is Muslimatan. Muslimatan, okay? Same thing here, Muslimatani, okay? Muslimataini, Muslimataini. These 2 again the same. And how we find the difference here, we'll go in the later lecture. But at the moment, the jar and and nasab is the same. Here, Muslimatun, Muslimatin, Muslimat. This is a tricky one. Why tricky one? Like that one has sound, an, in. This one also has sound, am sound. So how do you know which one is this? But look at the ta. It's a different ta, and also before the ta there is alif. So if you read it, you should say muslimatun, because of this alif you have a longer ta. You say muslimatun, muslimatin, muslimatin. Okay? So that is the way. So this is atun, atin, and this is a different ta. This is not the ta marbuta. So that's why it's a combination of alif and an, un, in. Alif and un, in. So okay, atun, atin. Tani, tiny. Atun, atin, tani, tiny. Okay? So this is the combination. So this is how you have to remember. So that's whatever I said written here. So ending sound singular is same as masculine except ta marbuta. Ending combination dual and plural isms, these are tani, tiny, atun, atin. And look at the even in English they wrote it in double A, meaning it's a long ta, because before ta there is alif, okay? And also the dual feminine version is similar to dual masculine version except there is an extra ta at the end. The plural version will have atun for rafa, atin for nasab and jar. It is important that we don't confuse the plural atun and atin with the ending sound, because the sound similar, the tun similar, sound same, but at the end makes the some sound singular ism which ends with the ending sound. To clarify this potential confusion, one should instead look for the ending combination. So what does it mean here? That when you look at a word, because now it's an easy word, Muslim. So if I give you a word from the Quran and I say, brother, tell me what it is. Is it rafa, nasab, or jar? And you should don't look for the sound first. You should look for the combination. Look at the word and see the last pair, last two letters. Is it atun? Is it atin? Something like this, okay? Is it ani or is it aini? If it's not there, then you go to the sound. Do you understand what I'm saying? So look for the ending combination. We'll do a lot of exercises and it will be more clear, inshallah. So basically your job for this whole week to memorize these two charts. To memorize these two charts, okay? And with understanding. So anything I call, anything I say, okay, what is the nasab of dual feminine Muslim word? You should say muslimataini. Muslimataini. Okay? You got it, everybody? Okay, that's fine. Next thing. Example from the Quran. Now, why this is important to learn? Okay? You might say, okay, brother, it's a bit confusing. Una, ina. Does it have any implication? It has very big implication. Okay? I'll give you two examples from the Quran, simple examples, and you will see how it is important and how it could make the Quran reading so meaningful, or it make it very much wrong. So this one is very simple ayah. This is from Surah Al-Baqarah. This is one part of the ayah. It says, وَقَتَلَ دَاوُدُ جَالُوتَ. You see that? Everybody can read it? Right? Katala means what? Everybody knows. To kill someone. So, and there is two names there. One is Dawood. You know who is Dawood, right? Who's Dawood? Dawood Rasulullah. And Jalut. Jalut was the evil king, right? In English we call Goliath. Okay? So here he's saying that one person killed the other person. So who killed who? Dawood killed Jalut, right? Look at the last letter of Dawood. What is it? Dawood? Du. And Jalut? Ta. If someone say, and we say the order doesn't matter. So if someone reads like this, وَقَتَلَ دَاوُدَ جَالُوتُ, then whole thing change. If we say Katala Dawuda and Jalutu, meaning Jalut killed Dawood, whole thing is wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Because we know the ending haraka, ending sound match with dual or nasab or jar. So in this sentence, if you think of English, Dawood killed Jalut. Who is the doer? Dawood is the doer. So Dawood should have u. Okay? Or if you wrote Dawood by itself, Dawoodun, it is like Muhammadun, Dawoodun, okay? But Dawood won't have Dawoodun, there's a different reason, but at least u. I would say it's un or u. But if someone decides the other way, it's completely wrong. It will be wrong in meaning, and this is a big mistake because you're completely changing the history basically. Okay? So this is one example. It's so important. And now that you know that I can't make because you know the history. You know for sure that Dawood killed Jalut. So that's why when you're gonna read, you're never gonna make mistake because you don't know Dawood is the doer here. I can't have Dawood here. I can't have Jalut here because it's killing. One Jalut didn't kill Dawood. Okay, just like this. Another example from the Quran. Oh, sorry. Wa Ijibtala Ibrahim Rabbuhu. Ijibtala means to take test. We say Allah tested us, Allah give us test. So here, look at the two words. Ibrahim, what is it finishing with? Ibrahim Ma. So what do you think? What is it, the doer here or Nasab here? Nasab here. And Rabbu, forget about the who for the time being. Rabbu means Lord, right? Rabbu is what? At the ending with what? U. So if someone reads like this, Wa istalaba Ibrahimu Rabbi or Rabba, whole thing is wrong. The Ibrahim is testing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Astaghfirullah. Right? You understand why it's so important? It must be Ibrahima. It can't be Ibrahimu. If someone in this ayah, and this is also from Surah Al-Baqarah, if someone say Wa istalab Ibrahimu, completely gone. Or if someone says Istala Ibrahima, that part they write, but they say Rabbi or Rabbahu or something like that, Rabbaha. That is also wrong. Okay? Allah, meaning his Lord, Rabbuhu means his Lord. His Lord tested Ibrahim. His Lord tested Ibrahim. So this is why it is so important to know this one. And we will see more examples like this. And then we will understand why it is so important to learn Arabic. Because sometimes we read Quran, we memorize, and that's why this helps to keep you memorize the things. Now I have a paper, I'm going to give it to you. You can do it now if you have some time. So here are 10 words, Arabic words, okay? You don't need to know the meanings of it. Most of them are very common, you will know the meaning, okay? But by looking at the word, I want you to tell me, write down here, is it singular, or is it a plural, or is it a dual? Remember in the chart. And what is it? Is it Rafa, Nasab, or Jar? You can take this home with you now, and when you memorize those two charts, you can bring it, we can do it together. Or if you're confident now, you can do it now also, okay? So brother, if you can distribute. And keep this one in your folder. If any brother doesn't have a folder, you can collect a folder. If you're continuing to come on Friday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday to do this discussion, so take a folder and a paper we have extra if you want, and then inshallah ta'ala you can keep this one in your folder so you have everything saved in one place. Open the books, there's 3 of them, yeah. Just take one and take one red color book and one black. Okay, now the question time. So ask me a question if you have so far what we have learned. So very quickly we learned there are 3 kinds of Arabic words. There are 3 kinds of Arabic words. Every Arabic word said how many, every ism has 4 properties, okay? We're learning about the status now, and in the status we have the doer, the details, and something after the of which we call jar. And then we learn about the 2 charts, okay? The 2 charts, okay? I think some of you already take a photo, but as I said, email, give me your email address and I will email it to you today, inshallah ta'ala. And then this is the one. I will look at the first one, just maybe the first few one we can very quickly do it. Maybe we can do for up to 3 minutes, we can do another 2 or 3 maybe. So first one is Kitabin. Okay, I know you know. So Kitabin. What is the last letter? Ba, ending with what? In. Now remember the chart. Un, an, in. So is it Rafa, Nasab or Jar? Jar. Meaning, if imagine this sentence, Kitabin means books. Kitab means books. Everybody knows, right? Kitab means books. If there is an English sentence, this word must come after of, right? Because it's a jar, okay? So maybe the books, I got the cover of the books, something like this, So because it's jar, why it is jar? How do we know this? By the ending sound. The ending sound in, the sound in. Like we had muslimin, we have kitabin. Okay? Everybody understood? Okay, got. The next one is mu'minatun. See, read it properly. Mu'minatun. After nun there is a alif and there is a ta. So obviously there is a ta. Which is it, a masculine chart or feminine chart? Feminine chart, because the ta at the end. Now look at the ta. Is it the small ta, the ta marbuta, or is it the normal ta? Normal ta. If it's a normal ta, remember the last column, the tricky column, so it is a plural one. Now, in the plural, is it rafa, nasab, is it doing something? Is it, atun or atin? Is it atun, right? So that means it is a, it's a minor word. Is it the doer, nasab or jar? Is it doing something or is it the details? Rafa. It is the rafa, meaning is the doer, because tun. That's why you have to memorize the chart. That you look at this word and you write here, you can pick it up. So now, even today, when you start reading some of the Quran, you will find so many words like this. And now you will know that those words are doing something. And inshallah, very soon, as you go along the ayah, you should be able to make the meaning of it. You don't need a translation, English version, or a Urdu or a Bangla translation. Very soon, inshallah ta'ala, as long as you know the meaning of the word, and inshallah ta'ala, as you go, you will enrich your vocabulary. This is how we know, so many English words we even learn every day. So Arabic vocabulary you will learn also. So vocabulary is not a problem, you will learn slowly. But you need to know what is the sentence structure, okay? What is the sentence of Mukminati? The last one, nasihatani. Nasihatani. Nasiha means advisor. Nasiha means, the nasihatun means advisor. Like in a company has advisor, financial advisor, some sort. So that word, the ending is tani. So it's ani. Say in an alif and nun. Nasihatani, ani. So ani is already, what will be this one? Which chart? Masculine chart or feminine chart? Feminine chart. Okay? And it will be what? Which column? Singular column, dual column, or plural? Dual. Of course it's a dual because it's ani. Okay? It's ani. And it is rafa, it is the dual. Because in the dual column, the first one, the rafa one. Okay? So that's why it is important that inshallah ta'ala, for this whole week before the Saturday, just go through that chart. It's very easy. It's very easy. If you just concentrate, it's easy. Which one is rafa, which is nasab, which is jar. So, because lot of words in Arabic, lot of isms follow the same pattern. Follow the same pattern, So many words in Arabic, إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, so many times, mu'minun, muslimun, mu'minun, kafirun, all these things, same pattern, same pattern, same pattern. So once you know this chart, inshallah ta'ala, it will be easy for you. So, and as you can show the example, so we'll finish it here, inshallah ta'ala, and next Saturday, we will do the exercise. You can do the exercise by yourself at home, once you have a teacher, and if you need this presentation to present to someone else, to your family, to your children, to your friends, I'm happy to email it to you. Just send me your email address with your name, brother, please send me, okay? And as I said, you should have my number in the masjid website or in Google or whatever, you can find it, inshallah ta'ala, no problem. Okay. Jazakallahu khairan, subhanaka Allahumma bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.